Any update on CJ, Coach?
CJ went through a full practice. He'll still be day to day. We want to see what he feels like tomorrow. See what he feels like after shoot around and go from there.
So it feels like he's trending in the right direction.
He is. He's trending in the right direction. Yes.
Were you surprised he was at that point already of go through full practice?
Yeah, I was. But he does a great job of all of the off the court work that he puts in, and with his PD and with our performance in medical and the treatment that he gets. He's really diligent. So it's good to see him progressing.
Hey, well, I know it's 20-something games left, but is it already starting to feel like you're in playoff mode, kind of, just with how close the race is in the West and everybody jumbled up together like they are?
It's definitely you can feel the games being meaningful. You can feel every game that it's high stakes. So it's a fun time of year, and you want to put yourself in a position to be able to play in the postseason. And for us, it's about taking care of business.
Well, do you have any new thoughts on perhaps after rewatching last night's game on the way it finished, especially?
Yeah, I do. I felt like, look, don't want to take anything away from Chicago. I thought they came in and they were physical, and they made plays in the fourth quarter to win the game. But I also felt like we gifted a game away, and we made just silly mistakes, unforced turnovers, and we didn't come up with a few 50-50 balls towards the end and things like that. Or we have to be better at the simple. That's what our message was to the group. We have to be really good at the simple, and if we are, we walk away with those games with wins.
Did you ever think about a challenge on any of the DeRozan calls?
I did.
And?
Well, we got our group that's watching the computer behind the bench, and they said they didn't think it would have been a good call for me. So, but it's tough to referee him. It's tough to guard him. He's doing he's sticking his arms out and seeking contact. It's tough.
But all the people who were sitting around me last night were asking me why he gets those calls and Zion doesn't.
What was your answer?
I told him I didn't know. I was going to ask you.
I'm asking you. We're all asking ourselves the same thing. I said it last night. I've said it a few times. The consistency for me is the main issue. Is that if that is a foul, it should be a foul. If they slap down and they hit your arm, it should be what it is. And so, when I look at the stat sheet and I see DeRozan shoots 14 free throws and Zion only 2, that's concerning. That's really concerning. And for us, we have to continue to play through it. We have to acknowledge that we feel like it's happening, but we have to play through it. We can't allow it to stop us from going to the next play. And, it's going to make us more mentally tough, but it's definitely some frustration with that.
Really, has it got to a point where y'all have had to kind of address it to the league yet, or send tape to the league?
We have. We're doing it, consistently after games that we feel there was some situations that maybe that they need to look at. So we're doing that part of it. Now it's about us not allowing it to affect our play.
Is it forced you to have conversations with Zion, maybe figuring out a different way to be effective? Because if you're not going to get the calls, you're going to have to do something that otherwise is also productive.
Yeah, we're definitely talking about it, and maybe he needs to do the same thing that James Harden and DeRozan does. I'm not sure, but he should be getting those calls, and we'll keep playing. We'll keep staying together. We can't allow it to demoralize us as a team, but hopefully it changes.
Willie, how did Brandon respond after being in the lineup for the first time in a while last night?
He's a little fatigued, third and fourth quarter last night, but it was good to have him back. Good to have him back on the floor. He made some big plays for us. He also made some mistakes like the rest of the guys, but it was great to have him back on the floor with our guys, and hopefully we can continue to progress.
Yeah, he's been today. Is he good now?
Yeah, he was good. He went through a full practice, and so he was good to go today.
Coach, are you hesitant to burn a challenge unless you feel like it's something that's almost obvious?
Yeah, I am. You definitely want to be sure about the first challenge, because it could be early in the game, and it could be a simple possession challenge, which doesn't take points off the board or put points on the board or save a foul. So with that first one, you want to be as sure as you can so that you can get it back and maybe use it for later.
Well, are you always kind of relying on those guys behind the bench for that, or are there some times when you'll be like, nah, I'm overriding this. I'm overriding what they say. I
look to them first, and then there's times that I can see it for myself on the big screen. And when I can see it for myself, and I'm for sure, I'll challenge it.
How long does it take for a guy to get that kind of clout in the league?
It doesn't take long. Maybe a couple seasons. So.
Well, Coach, a couple questions. First, how hard has it been to keep your money in your pocket given how hard it is with these free throw issues?
You guys are just staying on these free throws right now. I'm trying to keep my money in my pocket. If y'all change the subject, change the topic.
Back-to-back coming up against the Knicks and the Pacers going on the road. What are the biggest challenges with those two teams?
It's the same that we've seen the last couple games. The Knicks are a physical team. They execute on both ends of the floor. They're good defensively. We got to bring it on their home floor. Last season we didn't have a good showing there. And then you got Indiana after that, fast, spread you out, shoot threes. These are going to be two tough challenges for us, but we look forward to them.
Having Naji back.
Really good for us. We glad to have Naj back. Brings a ton of energy for us. Another one of our big wings that can defend, that can shoot, and that can handle the ball and initiate plays for us.
You have a lot of good guys on this team. He seems like he brings a little edginess to it. Do you like that?
I love it. He does. He brings the edge, and it's just who he is. And so he's not trying to be anything outside of who he is, but you got to be careful if you cross that line with him.
Thanks, Coach.